Uh, Hello guys, how are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. Oh my goodness, and welcome. Please like and subscribe and comment. I would greatly appreciate it. Oh my goodness guys, today my day began beautifully. Woke up to thunder, just big time thunder, dark clouds. It was wonderful. It's rare here in Albuquerque to ever wake up to thunder in the morning. That just doesn't happen. So I just laid in bed with my babies, my little fur babies, and snuggled in with them. And of course, Pixie was terrified. And it makes sense because my daughter said that the storm started after 3 a.m. But she slept through it and I slept through it. But my little grandson ran in to wake her up because he got scared. Well, I slept through it, but my dog Pixie, all of a sudden, in the middle of the night, I don't know what time it was, I didn't check, she hops off the bed and goes under the bed. And I thought, what is wrong with her? They never do that. My dogs never leave the bed once we're in bed. And so I was like, what is wrong with her? I could not coax her out. The only way I got her out was to say that they were going to get a treat. And then she came out. So I picked her up and took her to bed and snuggled her in with me. And I thought, man, why is she acting like this? I didn't hear anything at that moment. I went back to sleep. But then I'm woken up. I guess it was around, I don't know, around 6 o'clock or so. Come on, baby. Come on. And it was thundering. Oh my God, it was beautiful. Now all the sun is out, which really stinks. Oh, I was hoping it was going to be a dark, cloudy, kind of stormy day all day. Ugh. But at least I'm grateful for the morning. It was so cozy and snug feeling to be lying in bed. I had the TV on. And it's thundering, and my dogs are snuggled next to me. Ew, it just felt so good, guys. I can't even tell you. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you all to get out there at some point and do a good deed. Do some kind of good deed. It makes you feel really good. It really does. I just went to my store. It's called Natural Grocers. It's a health food store. And the parking lot that it's in, there's a parking lot that has three things. It has a bank, Natural Grocers store, and McDonald's. There's three of them, all connected by this parking lot. Well, when I left Natural Grocers, I'm coming down the parking lot, which goes right by McDonald's. Well, there was this guy sitting there, and he had a sign, "I'm very thirsty and hungry. Anything would help." I read it, drove out to the main street to go home, and thought something said, no, you go back and help this guy. I'm telling you, something said go back. Luckily, there was another turn right into McDonald's, so I just made a little turn like that, went back into McDonald's, drove up next to him, and I was like, can I get you anything from McDonald's? And he looked so shocked, and he stood up and he goes, yes. He goes, I'd appreciate a cheeseburger and a Sprite. And I said, well, how about some fries too? And he goes, oh, yeah, that would be great. So, and he got a big old smile on his face. And so I went back through the McDonald's line, you know, and I got him 2 cheeseburgers, the largest order of fries, and the largest Sprite. And drove up to him, and he came over to my side to get it. And you would have thought I handed that guy a bar of gold. He was so grateful and so thankful, and he had the most wonderful smile on his face. And it really got to me because he looked like he was about the age of maybe my youngest son, you know, like one of my sons. He looked like maybe he was 30, 35 at the most. I mean, not even, maybe 32 or something. I mean, he was young. And it just got to me. I was like, oh my God. And I'm telling you guys, it was strange because I was, I was at the edge of the parking lot ready to go into the main street. And as soon as I got into the main street, something just said, nope, go back, you got to feed this guy. It was so strange. So I thought, okay, so I did. And oh guys, it felt so good to see that smile on his face. It was such a kind and thankful smile. And as he walked off in front of my car to go sit where he was sitting, he looked at me and he gave me a big smile and he goes, God bless you. And I looked at him and I said, well, God bless you too. And he just smiled. And then he sat down and started eating, and I thought, oh my God, it just gets to me when I see these people, guys. I'm telling you, it gets to me in a way like I can't tell you. Because I'm just one of those people that I can't put down people who are homeless, because I do not know what got them to where they are, God only knows what pushed them to that point in life. There are a million reasons somebody could be homeless. It's not all about drug addict and alcoholic. Who knows what happened in their life to make them feel like, I just don't care anymore. I don't care. I just don't care. I don't know what happens in their life. So when I see homeless people, it does break my heart, because I can't imagine what put them there. And I know, because I was homeless at one point. I was homeless, driving around in my car for 2 days with my dogs after I was evicted from an apartment I couldn't afford anymore because my son moved out. I couldn't afford it, got evicted. So there I was. The sheriff gave me 10 minutes to grab what I could to get out of the apartment. 10 minutes, guys. It was the sheriff, the police, and the landlord of the complex. It was embarrassing and it was horrible. It was horrible. And I ended up living in 2 different people's places, and then I ended up in a hotel room because I was working, but I couldn't afford to get an apartment at the time or anything. So I know what it's like. I lived in a hotel room with the 3 dogs that I had at the time. Or was it 2? It was Kitty and, 3. Kitty, Capone, and Elvira. I had 3 dogs in the hotel room with me while I went to work all day from 7:30 to 4:30. So I know what it feels like to not have a place to call home. Thankfully, the hotel room was my home. But when I see people like that, guys, I don't know, it breaks my heart. It really does. And it felt so good to see that smile on his face. I mean, I swear you would have thought I just handed him the world. It was a genuine, heartfelt, warm smile, not just a thank you, type of thing, no. And he looked so kind. He looked like such a kind person. And I know a lot of you will say, oh yeah, the serial killer can look real kind. I know a lot of you might think that, but he genuinely had a very kind aura or something about him. I don't know how to explain it, but there was just something about him that was different. I don't know. But it felt really good in my heart after I drove off, and I thought, well, at least he has something to eat and drink for now. Who knows if that's the most he would have for the day or days. Who knows? So yeah, guys, I don't know. Find some way to do a good deed, maybe smile at somebody in the store. Say hello. Or if your cashier seems like she's in a bitchy mood and she's not being real kind, You don't know what she or he is going through. And I've done that when I've gotten cashiers who I'm like, God, I'm thinking, what is their problem? But then I go up to them and I'm like, hi, how are you today? And sometimes they'll be honest and say, not so great. And then I just tell them, of course I don't expect the details, I don't know them. So I just say, I'm so sorry, I hope the day gets better for you. And they're always very thankful, always thankful. There's just so many little opportunities that you can do a good deed. Maybe you go out to eat and, you tell the waiter or waitress they're doing a great job, or thank you, thank you. Really be thankful. Not just, they hand you your food and you're thank you. Really be thank you. Look up at them and say, thank you so much. I appreciate your service, There's just a lot of little ways that you can, I don't know, make somebody maybe feel a little bit better for the day. Just a smile, a kind word, showing someone you care in some way, like today I was supposed to get together with a friend for lunch, and she called me. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Maybe it's the Adjustment Bureau at work, I don't know, but she got a flu shot and a tetanus shot yesterday, and she woke up very, very sick today. Very sick. And when I talked to her on the phone, she sounded horrific. Oh my God, I told her, if you keep getting worse, have one of your sons take you to the ER. She sounded so bad. I mean, really bad. And I thought, oh my God, if she would have come over because she was still feeling all right, like she said she was doing all right, and then bam, she's sick. Just like that. She could have come over right before she had physical symptoms, because who knows what she's got. And I could have gotten it. So I feel like I was a little protected today. I do. But yeah, it's, I don't know, I wish more of the world, more of our country would, do kind things for people. Just do little gestures that can, I watched a video the other day that this guy said that a smile saved his life. Mind you, a smile saved his life. He was down and out, as bottom as you could get, ready to just call it quits. And somebody came up to him and talked to him and just smiled at him and stayed with him for a few minutes. And that was enough for him to rethink what he was going to do. So you just never know, a simple smile, what it can do for somebody. Somebody who's having a rough day, a hard day. There's so many things happening with so many people in so many ways that, you don't know what's got somebody totally down and out. There are so many things that can just bring somebody down and out, just hit the bottom. And, that I just can't get over that guy's face. It's just like burned in my mind, He was so young, and he has such a kind face that, and I don't know what it was that made me go back. Because I've passed by a lot of homeless, you see them scattered all over the city, whatever. But that one, something got to me. Something said, you got to take care of him. So I did, and it felt good. It felt so, so good to help him out. Because I remember when I was living in that hotel room, I barely had enough money to buy food to eat. Barely. Sometimes it was a can of tuna and some crackers. That would be my dinner. No breakfast, no lunch. I would have enough to get something to eat for dinner, no matter how small. Sometimes I'd go and I'd stop at McDonald's and just grab a cheeseburger. That would be my dinner. That's all I could afford. So yeah, I know what that feels like. I definitely know what that feels like. It's the same as when I was back in the 70s when I was divorced with my first child. I wasn't earning enough to buy lots of food for us both. So I would let him have the good food, you know, the meat, the vegetables, the fruit, what have you. And I would live on macaroni and cheese. I lived on it. I mean, that's the way it was. So when I do see these people, my heart really goes out to them. It really does, because God only knows what pushed them to the point of just giving up. We don't know. And I don't like to judge them, because I don't know what pushed them to drugs or alcohol, if that's the case. I don't know what pushed them to giving up. I don't. So I can't judge. I can't, because I know what it's like to be at the bottom. So anyway, guys, it was a good start to the day with the weather, and just snuggled up with these precious, precious little babies that I have. They were so snuggled into me, and their body warmth felt so good in the cool morning. And oh my gosh, it was a magical morning, guys. It was really magical, because that just doesn't happen here. It's a 1 in a million to have thunder and dark clouds when you wake up in the morning here. Very rare. So yeah, it was a good start to the day, and it felt so good to help that young man. It really did my heart good. So do that, guys. Find a way to maybe make somebody's day. You just don't know. Buy a homeless person some food. If you're not comfortable giving them money because you think they're going to spend it on alcohol and drugs, whatever, a lot of people say that, just buy them some food. You know, give it to them. That could be the only meal they're going to have for days. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, that felt so good, and I just can't get over his smile, guys. It's just, he just had a very different aura about him. I don't know how to explain. It was just a kindness that I don't know. It was different. It was different. And the way something made me go back and help him was really strange. I mean, I'm driving in the road and something says, nope, turn right back in. And I did. I just immediately turned right back into McDonald's. I was like, what? You know, it was strange. Anyway, guys, you take care. Do a good deed. It'll make you feel good. And whoever you do that good deed for, it'll make them feel good. So take care, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Here we go, babies. Yeah. Oh, trip over my pillow.